Hello, hello, hello. Is it recording? Yeah. Today's verse comes from 1 John 4 and 8. It says, "But anyone who does not love does not know God, for God is love." Again, the verse says, "But anyone who does not love does not know God, for God is love." And that is coming out of 1 John 4 and 8. Greetings, everyone. We are back where it all started. I recorded my first season in this here vehicle, and as I was taking a bit of a drive, thinking of what exactly it is that I even want to discuss tonight, I couldn't help but think about the fact that I didn't have love growing up. You know, I didn't get to experience love. And when I think back on why that is, it's probably because the parentals, my parents my parents knew of God, but they didn't know God, meaning they didn't spend time with God. They didn't do the work, and essentially was brought up in church or brought up hearing the word and hearing about God, but not really knowing who God is. And so while that may not be any fault of their own, you could just tell by their actions, how I was raised was not an ounce of love. It was everything but. And so that then trickled down to me thinking that is what love is. And I then poisoned others by giving what I thought I knew to be love, physically, emotionally, sexually. All those things were just not of God. And at this big age, I'm thankful that I'm able to say that I really know who God is. And while this is still a process and something that I am walking through every day, I'm shown His love, His grace, His mercy, and His everlasting love has just been poured out to us in many ways. And so I've just been in deep thought, because if I could do it all over again, I would have taken the time myself to have really gotten to know God, because I had no excuse, even though my upbringing didn't know God, and so I wasn't shown love. I just cannot sit here and be completely innocent when I was actually raised in the church. Many of my family members not only took me to church, but I had a family member that got me my first Bible, and I was on the praise team, ushering, Sunday school, going to, I was heavily in the church. And while I really had an idea as to who God was, and I knew I loved God and I believed in God, and those things, the foundation was there. I just wish I would have taken it a bit more seriously, because I probably would have avoided so much. And I could have been the example a lot sooner. And so I'm doing that now. I'm not making any more excuses. I'm asking the right questions. I'm really spending the quality time. And when I find myself in moments or in situations that bring me to my last, I really see the true essence of love, you know? And even today, for an example, and I was working, it was, the workload got pretty heavy. And I said to myself, well, there's nothing today that can happen that me and God won't be able to handle. And I thought about that, and I said, man, God is with us always. Not just the quote that you hear, like, oh, God is always with you. No, He is literally always with us. And we say things in relationships like, oh, I just want to be in their skin. I'm very clingy and so on and so forth. But my God, we have misinterpreted the fact that God is always with us. That alone is very evident of love. To always be with me, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, you are always by my side. Most people go to the fact that He sacrificed His Son for us. While that is a very prominent thing, I mean, that definitely trumps all. I can't get over the fact that He is always with us. You know how much you have to love somebody to always be around them? To always be there no matter what? It's people who get frustrated just from, you know what I mean? It's people who get frustrated just from having to text 24/7. It is people these days that suggest living in two separate homes with your spouse, who suggest having separate rooms, and you mean to tell me God is always with us? That's why I said it's so many reasons, it's so many examples of love, even the tough love, where it's like, y'all know good and well you should be going to hell. Come on. You know you out here showing your butt. But instead of just it's straight up, let me help you. Let me guide you. Let me tell you how to really do it the right way. And boy, if that ain't love, it's people walking out on relationships just off of non-communication for 24 hours. I ain't heard from you. You cut off. You hurt my feelings. You cut off. You looked at somebody else's Instagram page and liked that picture. You cut off. I mean, it's a dog eat dog world out here. It's rough. And yet, somehow, no matter what, God is always going to be with us. And I can go on and on about the examples of love. It's all throughout the Bible. But when you really know God, as the scripture says, I mean, really know Him, He embodies love through and through. And we're so undeserving. But if I could just be an extension of that and pass it along to my neighbors, pass it along to my brothers and sisters, pass it along to everybody I see, just be love. I believe that conquers all. I believe that all things would be forgiven. And so, no matter where you came from, no matter what you thought you knew to be, today you can start by knowing God and knowing the love within Him. Because if He is within you, then come on, it's in you already, beloved. Just gotta know. So, peace and love.